this massive piece of ice fell down right in front of us and created like almost a mini tsunami, pulling the water in. And it was honestly the most spectacular thing I've ever seen in my life yet. All I can say is, welcome to Alaska.
Through my school, I got to be a part of an amazing full-paid trip to Alaska with the National Outdoor Leadership School. The entire experience was nothing short but life-changing. So come along with me on this once-in-a-lifetime adventure. So we hopped on the plane in Minneapolis for our first stop. Then we left for Anchorage. Later that morning, we grabbed a cab, and then our group of 12 headed for base camp. Something really unique about this base camp, NOLS purchased this gorgeous piece of land from an old dairy farmer in 1971 and then converted all of it into their main facilities. So our plan for the next 3 weeks was to be boated out to the Prince William Sound island chain south of Anchorage, and then from there travel by kayak and camp at beaches, salmon-infested rivers, and even a glacier. Once we finally got on the water, it did take some time before seeing our first sea lion. This is partially due to the major oil spillage disaster of 1989.
Sneaking around here is like a black, slimy evil.
4 semi-trailers full of dead birds.
But one day, they seemingly all just came out. Something really cool about the glaciers that I never knew was that the natives that used to live and inhabit the area used to refer to each glacier as a god. This was due to the extreme cold, wind, and overall weather that was caused by them. And it was definitely a highlight of the trip and something of a life-changing experience. So those cold nights and damp socks were all worth it in the end. As the glacier slowly moves into the water, massive pieces the size of cars and houses inevitably fall off, creating this amazing ice field. One day in the middle expedition, we were out on the water paddling for around 4 to 5 hours in this thick, eerie fog, and out of nowhere I looked below me. There was probably hundreds of thousands small, bright blue moon jellyfish that appeared literally out of nowhere. And in the following weeks, we also saw so many different variations of it too. Another cool part about Prince William Sound we found out is that it's home to a massive whale and bald eagle population. Both just have this magical presence. Our usual day-to-day schedule would consist of kayaking from 2 to 9 hours. After finding a suitable campsite, we'd unpack all our kayak stuff and start setting up camp. Some would find fresh water, while others would immediately start cooking, as we were always extremely hungry and tired after kayaking. But the best part of the day for most of us was waiting for that fresh food and the views from the tent.
Lay your head on my chest.
All I can say about the mountains in Alaska is I was left speechless.
Okay. fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay.
So after nearly 21 days off the grid and 200 plus miles kayaked, I came back with a new family, a new perspective. Thank you, Alaska, for allowing me to be out there in the wilderness, to experience all this life and nature and all the beauties of the world.